long said that you back the blue, but aren't you sending the message that assaulting officers is okay with these parties?
No, the opposite. In fact, I'm going to be letting 2 officers from Washington Police, D.C. I believe they're from D.C., but I just approved it. They were arrested, put in jail for 5 years because they went after an illegal, and I guess something happened where something went wrong. And they arrested the 2 officers and put them in jail for going after a criminal, a rough criminal, by the way. And I'm actually releasing. No, I am the friend of police, more than any president that's ever been in this office.
More than 400 of the people that you pardoned, though, assaulted officers. So I want to ask you about the Vice President, J.D. Vance. He said, this is a week ago, he said, if you committed violence on January 6th, obviously you should not be pardoned. Why is your Vice President wrong?
Trump calls out one-sided horrible journalist during heated press conference. Let's take a look at this moment and hear what Trump had to say.
Well, only for one reason. They've served years in jail. They should not have served, and they've served years in jail, and murderers don't even go to jail in this country. And we had 1,500. We have 16 under review. As you know, we commuted about 16 of them because it looks like they could have done things that were not acceptable for a full pardon. But these people have served years of jail, and their lives have been ruined. And in many cases, listen to me for a second. Stop interrupting. They've served years in jail, and if you look at the American public is tired of it. Take a look at the election. Just look at the numbers on the election. We won this election in a landslide because the American public is tired of people like you that are just one-sided, horrible people in terms of crime. You don't talk about all the people that have been killed and what happens to those murderers. Murderers get no time. You take a look at some of these DAs. They go after political opponents, but they don't go after people that shoot people in the street. They're caught. They know where they're living. They know everything. They don't even go up to pick them up anymore. They just let them live there. They know all about it. They have their pictures. They have the tape of the shooting, and they don't even go up and you're talking about this. No, we pardoned people that were treated unbelievably poorly. In the history of our country, there's never been anything take place like this. They're still looking for them, but they're not looking for the murderers, the people that are killing everybody. We are, though. And we're getting them out of the country. We just started that. We're getting them out of the country, and they're going to be gotten out of the country fast. They came in illegally from jails and from prisons. They killed many people. Some of them killed many people. About 50% of them killed more than one person. They were released into our country. That's what we're focused on, not the kind of nonsense you're talking about.
Trump absolutely nailed it here. He stood firm in defending law enforcement, highlighting his unwavering support for police officers and calling out what he sees as a major imbalance in the justice system. He made a strong case that the punishment some January 6th defendants received is excessive, especially when compared to violent criminals who seem to get off with barely a slap on the wrist. When the journalist tried to corner him, Trump didn't flinch. Instead, he flipped the script, pointing out how soft on crime policies are letting murderers roam free while the system focuses on political prosecutions. He even reminded everyone that some of these January 6th individuals have spent years behind bars, which he believes is unfair given the circumstances. And let's not ignore his call-out of the media's bias. Trump didn't hesitate to address how reporters focus on certain narratives while ignoring the bigger issues, like dangerous criminals being allowed to stay in the country. His focus on deporting these violent offenders shows his commitment to prioritizing public safety over partisan attacks. This is why Trump resonates with so many people. He doesn't back down, he fights for what he believes in, and he's not afraid to call out the media for being part of the problem. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that he knows how to stand his ground and speak directly to his supporters.